Well, we're all talking about the cold this morning, and this is a different version of using that word. This is a cold-blooded killing of a kid on a bicycle. That's how bad things are getting. Here it is, South Philadelphia, the Point Breeze neighborhood, 23rd and Titan, right near Federal Street. And this young man is on his bicycle, on his own street, on his own sidewalk, in front of his own house. And two guys in a car, obviously were waiting for him and wanted to kill him. And they fire more than 20 shots at him in total. But they must have just wounded him at first. And you see some shells in the street. He got off his bike or fell off his bike or got shot off his bike and maybe was trying to crawl or walk or run away. And they got out of the car and stood over him and fired 8 shots where the shells were just around his body where police found him. And they rushed him to the hospital, but dead almost instantly, pronounced dead almost instantly.
We don't have a motive for the shooting, but due to the fact that we found over 20 spent shell casings, and many of these spent shell casings were just a few feet away from where the victim was laying, where the victim collapsed, and the fact that this victim was shot multiple times by gunfire, it appears that this 17-year-old was the intended target. We also found a mountain bike on the scene, and were told by family members of the 17-year-old that that was the victim's bicycle. Now, we don't know if he was riding it when he was shot, but it is on the crime scene, laying on the sidewalk on its side. We know that his last known address, where he lives with his family, was just a few feet away. So he was shot and killed not too far from the house where he lives with his family.
All right, and when you hear the officers say, we don't know what the motive is, you ask yourself what possibly could be a motive to kill a kid and want to kill him so much where you're firing that many guns. And we hear constantly that maybe he said something wrong about somebody that they didn't like on Instagram or something like that. But this is just after 8 o'clock last night. And as bad as this is, it could have been even a worse night, because 2 hours before, closer to where I am at police headquarters, just up on Ridge, a 15-year-old shot, the second one in 2 days, shot in the face and shoulder, but he survived. And this makes these 3 kids we're talking about that we've covered, because remember, the last 15-year-old shot Tuesday during Good Day, 93 school-age kids shot in Philadelphia just since the school year began. That was about 5 months and 2 days. So that's how many kids are being shot regularly by the month, under 17 or below, since the school year began in September.
That's staggering. 90 since early September.
Should not be that high.
Oh, my God.